For decades, scientists have described the gut as the body's second brain, but only recently have we begun to understand just how literal that phrase may be. New evidence shows that eating a high-fiber diet, rich in fermentable plant fibers, can actually strengthen the physical nerve pathways that connect the gut to the brain, particularly the vagus nerve. This is more than a poetic metaphor about food and mood. It's a biological partnership woven through electrical signaling, microbial metabolites, and neural circuitry. The vagus nerve is the main communication highway between the gut and the central nervous system. It carries sensory information from the digestive tract to the brainstem and sends regulatory signals back in return. For years, researchers suspected that gut bacteria could influence vagal signaling, but the mechanism wasn't clear. Now, advanced imaging studies, electrophysiology, and animal models are revealing that high-fiber diets enhance vagal tone, increase the sensitivity of vagal neurons, and even promote the growth of new synaptic connections along this pathway. The key lies in short-chain fatty acids, especially butyrate, which are produced when beneficial bacteria ferment dietary fibers. These molecules have become stars of gut-brain research because they do much more than support digestive health. They act as biochemical modulators, boosting mitochondrial efficiency in neurons, reducing inflammation around nerve fibers, and altering the expression of genes involved in synaptic plasticity. When people consume a high-fiber diet, think legumes, oats, barley, vegetables, fruits, and resistant starches, their gut bacteria release a steady flow of SCFAs. These metabolites interact with enteroendocrine cells in the gut lining, which then activate vagal afferent neurons. Over time, this repeated stimulation seems to strengthen the nerve connections, much like exercise strengthens muscles. The neurons become more responsive, their firing patterns more coherent, and their communication with the brain more organized. This improved signaling has powerful consequences for the brain. Enhanced vagal tone is linked to better mood regulation, reduced anxiety responses, and more stable autonomic function. But the most exciting emerging insight is its effect on synaptic plasticity, the brain's ability to form and refine connections. SCFAs appear to increase levels of BDNF, a neurotrophic factor essential for learning, memory, and the adaptability of neural circuits. With stronger vagus-driven signaling, areas like the hippocampus become more responsive to BDNF, leading to healthier synapse formation and improved cognitive resilience. The latest human studies reinforce these findings. Adults who adopt high-fiber diets show improved heart rate variability, an indicator of vagal tone, and perform better on tasks involving attention, emotional regulation, and working memory. Brain imaging suggests increased connectivity in networks that rely heavily on vagal input. Participants often describe feeling calmer, more mentally steady, and more resilient to daily stress. This aligns perfectly with what researchers are seeing on a cellular level, a gut-driven boost to the brain's communication circuits. What makes this research so encouraging is how practical the intervention is. High-fiber diets are inexpensive, accessible, and culturally adaptable. You don't need supplements, specialized foods, or complicated routines. Simply increasing intake of fiber-rich foods, beans, whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and starches that have been cooked and cooled can nourish the bacteria that fuel this gut-brain dialogue. There's also promising evidence that different types of fiber have different effects. Inulin and GOS tend to stimulate bacteria that produce more butyrate. Resistant starch encourages the growth of Faecalibacterium and Roseburia, two strains strongly linked to SCFA production. This diversity of fibers ensures a richer bacterial community, amplifying the vagal and synaptic benefits. As scientists continue to map the gut-brain axis, they envision a future where supporting vagal pathways becomes a central part of maintaining cognitive health. High-fiber diets may complement therapies for mood disorders, age-related cognitive decline, and even recovery after neurological injury. The gut's second brain is not just a catchy phrase, it is a living network of electrical and biochemical communication that shapes our emotional, cognitive, and physical well-being. And perhaps the most inspiring message from this research is how much power we have to influence it. By nourishing the gut with the right fibers, we strengthen the nerve pathways that help keep the mind adaptive, resilient, and connected. It's a reminder that every meal offers not just calories, but communication, tiny messages traveling from the gut to the brain, shaping the way we think, feel, and age.